Well, I just got out of bed on Saturday. This would be day 3. And we just got the word that the rocket launch has been delayed. And so we are turning around right now and heading back to Honolulu. And we'll find out a little bit later what that means for our trip, whether we're going to cut it short and fly back, or if we're going to stay here and wait. Don't know those details yet. Well, I'm out here on the deck. I decided to come out and get a little bit of fresh air because the air conditioning inside was messing with my head. So I went ahead and made another hotel reservation, got that straightened out. And for now, they have just told us that we're gonna hang around in hotels for the next few days. I'm expecting them to make some sort of a decision for whether or not we can stay here until the rescheduled launch, or if they're gonna make us fly home and then fly back here again. I imagine that's gonna depend on how long it actually takes them to fix the problem with the rocket. We'll just have to see. I don't expect to find that out today. Probably won't know for the next few days, probably sometime early next week. But we will see. Well, after our delicious supper last night, Kale was my favorite person. But now he's gone above and beyond. Look at this. He made up chocolate chip cookies, my favorite. Woo! For lunch we have chicken curry with rice and cucumber salad. Before lunch, I took my props off of my quadcopter and enabled it to make sure that it would actually enable while we are out bouncing around on the sea, and it was able to do that. It enabled just fine down in the lounge where we eat. But now that it's after lunch, I'm going to do the same test up here on the bridge where the rocking motion is way worse, and just to make sure that it will enable while we're out on the boat. So I've got the quadcopter sitting there, got my controller down here, and I'm going to do that test right now. Okay, it looks like we have connection because my receiver light went solid. And now if I flip my enable switch, we'll see if we get power. Yes. Good. So even though we're rocking all over the place, back and forth. Here, I'll get the horizon in the view. There we go. Ta-da! See if we rock that way. Yep. Yes. All right. We're having a little bit of a conference in the crew lounge, talking about how we can take advantage of this time that we've been given where there's a delay in the rocket launch. It looks like we're going to try to do a dress rehearsal for recovering an EDR somewhere along the way back towards Honolulu. We're going to stop and toss it overboard and test all the electronics and do a practice recovery. So they're making plans right now. We are up on the top of the ship. They're attaching the relay beacon so that we can do our practice run.
Well, yeah, but so because these are linked out, see the red wire coming out of it? That's the antenna that holds down because it's normally way up high. So it might be better here, mostly because between their antennas down between some pipes. Yeah, no, it's higher.
Before we throw the beacon overboard, we are holding it line of sight of the receiver that's on the top of the ship, trying to make sure that they're talking to each other. Go for it!
It's gone now.
right, I'm down here on the deck. We have already got a GPS coordinates for the ejectable data recorder that we threw over, and I came down here to plug my quadcopter in and make sure that we've got good satellites before I launch it to record the recovery. So right now I've got 9 satellites, and I'm gonna wait until I get up to, usually I like to get up to like 13 or so, or even better, and that will give me enough so that when I'm ready to fly, then I can just plug in and go. I'm hoping that as I'm sitting here on the deck, I don't get washed with a wave.
I like the jousting.
It takes a while once you scoop it out of the water to reposition and get the element. So
Yeah. I let me set up both of them, scoop nets on the long poles.
Well, as we're heading back to port, we're coming by the island of Maui, where the sun is setting right behind me. Even though it's been a little bit of a disappointing day because the launch got delayed and the weather right now is really, really good to be out here on the water, we did go ahead and do a practice retrieval of the EDR, and that went really, really well. And we learned some lessons that will probably be implemented for the real retrieval. So, not too bad.